That's all I would say.
You sound like a bit of fun, so I don't feel inhibited in asking you this question, and that is, does a guru need a costume?
Shall I take it off? Anyway, have you ever seen a guru, any other guru being dressed like this? No. So this is not a guru costume. This is the way an Indian man used to be dressed for a long time in this country. Why he dressed like this is because considering the weather conditions, considering the situation around, considering what we produce in this land, considering all that, we made our own kind of clothing. You're dressed the way you are right now. Why you don't have your tie? You're dressed the way you are because you've not been able to shake off the slavery of 300 years. I shook it off. There was a time when I was teaching with my denim pants and t-shirt and I'm doing spiritual teaching and blasting people from this and that. Even then things worked, even then people gathered. But then, is it not important that when people have to look at you constantly, that you make yourself… You can't become pretty, I can't change this, but at least present yourself properly, because people are looking at you all the time. If I was living in the jungle, I would take off everything and sit with my loincloth or maybe even without it. Now you're in a society, is it not important you dress in a way? Is it not important for every human being to make himself into a pleasant human being in every possible way, including the way he looks, to whatever extent he or she can? Is it not an important contribution to life around you? No? Yes. And there are also other aspects to this. Why? With all the fairness to all the other people that you're commenting about, why the yogis and gurus wear unstitched clothing most of the time, and if they wear loose clothing, it is extraordinarily loose, is simply because there are certain other aspects to your body which is more than the physical body. There's a whole activity happening around your body every moment of your life. If you're conscious of it, you will accommodate that also, otherwise you'll wear skin-tight clothing and walk around not knowing what's happening to you. If you're just flesh and bone, skin-tight clothing seems to be all right. But when you're aware there is so much more to you, you naturally give sufficient space because it makes a lot of difference. There are any number of aspects to this, it's not a time to explore that. But with all the fairness to all the other people who go bare-chested or just cover themselves with a shawl, they're not wearing a costume to impress you. They're wearing it because they're doing certain sadhana, they're aware of their energies, they feel restricted if they wear tight stitched clothing. That's why they wear like that.
Sometimes one winds up discussions only for practical reasons. I've wound up the book for practical reasons. It's not over yet. There is…
I'm alive still.
There is a wonderful French poet, Paul Valéry, who says that you never finish a poem, you just abandon it. So the book is abandoned.
Oh, by the reader or the writer?
Hopefully in an interesting state of abandonment for readers. Do pick up your copy if you're inclined, but I'd just like to thank all of you for staying as long as you have, and Sadhguru for making the time, for being the kind of subject one doesn't want to abandon. Thank you.
हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले, बहुत निकले मेरे अरमान, लेकिन फिर भी कम निकले। हजारों ख्वाहिशें ऐसी कि हर ख्वाहिश पे दम निकले। मारियो बाण घाव नहीं तन